Have you ever done something, and after you look at what you've done, whether it's a long process or a short one, you use the words just or only, like, I just did this, or I only lost that, or I only... That's what this video is about, is the words just and only. And bear with me. This may not come out right. By the way, don't drink and vlog. It's Diet Cherry Coke though, so I'm safe. I don't know why I did the Nixon thing, but just and only. Sometimes when you use them, they can almost sabotage what you're trying to do. I mean, at least I think so. And I'm going to use my friend as an example. He I went to see him the other day in the hospital, and he was going down to therapy. And his therapist just, looked back at me and he said, "We need a little help today." And he winked when he said help, and I knew what he meant. My friend's spirits have been down lately because he's only able to do so much. I'm sorry, that makes me twitch. I know how he feels, but as he and I were walking, he's in a standing walker where, it kind of, there's almost a box type shape that comes around your waist so he can be supported in his, and he has a belt that his therapist helps him, if he's gonna fall, but he's in a walker. And we were just talking about stuff, making jokes, talking about girls, stuff, guy stuff. Talking about what he wants to do, when he gets a home visit, all that kind of stuff. And he said, I'm really frustrated. I'm only able to do this. Or I'm only able to do such and such. He said, look, I've only walked probably 50 steps while I was talking to you. We'd been talking longer than that. But he was either paying attention to what I was telling him while also paying attention to what he was doing, obviously, or I don't know what he was paying attention to. But I started wheeling away. They gave me a secretary's chair to use because I can't walk, real well or for a long period, so. But I wheeled all the way back. I'm going to give you a little demo. Do you see where my nightstand is back there? You see it. I'm not going to figure out which thumb to point with because it ain't working. But the desk isn't, or the nightstand's not moving. You see where it is? Well, actually, he'd walked way further than that. We had walked about 20 feet. And he'd thought we walked maybe 50 steps. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you can walk 20 feet in, well, maybe you can. I don't know. My whole point is, he had allowed what he had done. He'd minimized it. He hadn't really seen it for what it was. Because his stroke had, I think, taught him that all he's going to be able to ever do is so much. And I mean, he may never get back to what he was when he started, but who knows that? I don't. His doctors probably do. Doctors thought I was only going to have an IQ no higher than 30 and live 6 months. Sometimes they're wrong, sometimes they're right. But what I said I don't want him to do is use the word only. Because it sabotages any chances of success you might have, at least in my mind. Well, I only lost a pound this week. I can understand how that would feel, but it also demeans the potential that pound has, as opposed to, I lost a pound this week. It means something. You went somewhere with your goal. And so help me. If I look like I'm about to cry, I'm not. But it's something in my gut. Which my gut isn't up here, I know that. It's something inside me that when I watch you ladies and gentlemen succeed, even if it's a pound, notice how he didn't say only or just, even if it's a pound, and that's not what you wanted, it's something. So whatever accomplishments you make today, in the week, in the month, in the year, do your best to not use just and only. Because at least to me, that could potentially, maybe unintentionally, consciously, I'm trying to find a word here. They can sabotage what you've done. And before you know it, you're tired of only losing a pound a week, or only doing this, only doing that. What if you look at what you have left? I only have this many pounds to go. Or, I just lost a pound. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe it's mental trickery. I don't know. And maybe it's easier said than done. I'm not sure. But what I do know is I believe in you with everything I have. I say it a lot, but I guarantee you we're going to go through this by ones. 1 pound at a time, 1 step at a time, 1 success at a time. And you may see 2 shadows while you're walking through life. One of them is going to be you, and one of them is going to be me. Because I'm going to be following you every step of the way. On YouTube, I won't actually be behind you. But, you know, the shadow thing was a... You know what I mean. Have a good night, folks. Thanks for watching.